Well, we've all been there, right? You're staring at your sneakers, they're staring back at you, and you know you should work out, but you're just not feeling it. So what do? Do you skip it? Do you push through? Well, after hearing from my next guest, you'll ditch the excuses and get moving, because she is sharing simple gym rules to follow when your motivation is low. Fitness trainer Lindsey Mathews joins me to fill us in. Lindsey, I think you say motivation comes and goes, right?
Yes.
But it's the habits and the mindsets where the magic happens.
Yeah, exactly. And you're never going to always want to do what you should be doing, right? And so you have to just have some discipline, get into a habit so that down the road everything will feel so much easier and you won't have to actually make yourself do it.
And I think when it comes to that, right, even as a trainer, you're saying you don't always want to do it.
100%.
So give yourself some grace.
Yes.
But also have these mantras in place.
Yes.
So that we can want to do this. First up, make it an appointment.
Yeah, so schedule it into your planner. I have a calendar that I have time blocked with my day, and my workout is right in there along with every other appointment I have in my day.
Really? So
Yes.
you're actually putting this in your calendar?
Yes, yes.
Why does that help us?
Because most of us will keep promises to other people, right? You're not going to ditch out on an appointment with a client or with your boss or with a family member or something, but it's so easy to ditch out on that appointment with ourselves.
Yes.
And so if you put that in there as the high priority that it is, you're much less likely to skip out.
And it's a non-negotiable.
Yes.
So if something comes up and I'm like, oh, I'd rather do that, I'm still putting myself first.
Yeah. Yep.
And knowing that this is a non-negotiable appointment that's set for myself.
Yep, exactly.
That's a good one. I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
Next up, start with just 5 minutes. This one feels tricky to me. I might just do 5 minutes. Tell us why this is so powerful.
Here's why this is so helpful. Is when you don't want to go to the gym or get your workout in, if you tell yourself 5 minutes in, if I still don't want to be there, I'm going to let myself leave. But then the tricky part is you have to actually follow through on that so you can trust yourself in the future.
Yeah.
So if you get there and you're 5 minutes in and you're like, you know what, my body hurts, my mindset is not here, I'm super stressed, it might actually be better sometimes for you to leave and go home and kind of just have a little self-care day and not push yourself. But what's going to happen 98% of the time is 5 minutes in, you're going to feel great and you're going to want to keep going.
Yeah. I love that coming from you. I think as a trainer, sometimes we get in that mindset, oh, they're just going to push me. They're going to push me. They're going to push me.
That's not always the best.
No. And you're giving ourselves that grace. What if I just do 5 minutes?
That's
if I just do it? Is it still beneficial?
It is, because the habit of showing up is actually more important in the long run than making sure you push yourself in every single workout. You want that habit of consistency so you're staying consistent with this long term.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, 98% of the time, when I put my clothes on, when I've set that appointment, when I've done all those things, right, I'm there, I'm actually feeling those endorphins start to kick in.
You're most likely not going to want to leave.
You're most
but if you
likely
do, it's okay. Yeah.
All the permissions today. You're welcome. All the permissions. Okay, so you say taking away one of this step for me, actually a simple one, is trying to figure out what to wear. So having an outfit picked out.
And so I do this every single night. I just lay out my gym clothes for the next day.
Yeah.
And it's just one less decision you have to make. That's the big thing, is in our days we make so many decisions, and we can get decision fatigue where we're like, I just don't want to think about that. But if you have your clothes laid out, if you have any supplements you take in the morning, your water bottle, like get it all ready beforehand.
Yeah.
And even if you don't go get your workout in first thing in the morning, it's just all done and you don't have to think about it.
Oh, I actually love this tip. I think something that motivates me too, and I mean, no judgment here. An outfit that I feel good in.
Yes.
That I'm going to go to the gym in.
Absolutely.
If I'm wearing a slouchy t-shirt that, has a stain on it, I'm probably not going to be as excited to put that on and go to the gym. So maybe that's a point too, is just like having something you feel comfortable in.
Yes, absolutely.
And then going to the gym. Okay, next up, a mind shift set when it comes to the definition of success.
Yeah, so if you're constantly pressuring yourself into thinking that the only workout that counts is the one where you set a PR, or you run your fastest mile or whatever, that feels really heavy and intimidating. So just redefine success as actually showing up, and then you're like, okay, I can do that. I can show up. I can do my 5 minutes, and then you're successful with that consistency habit. Then you're going to be much less likely to follow through. I mean, sorry, much more likely to follow through.
Much more likely, yeah. This next one I think is interesting. Remember your why.
Yeah.
What is this? When does this come into?
So it's easy to think like, well, why do I even want to work out?
Yeah.
Well, okay, because I want to, maybe you want to lose 10 pounds or you want to get healthy or whatever. Why do you want that? Why do you want to get healthier? Because you want to be around for your kids as they get older. Like when you really ask yourself why numerous times, you'll get down to that deep core root, and it's much harder to skip out on your workout when you know why you're trying to do it.
Yeah, I think that, and it comes down to that core of like being in tune with yourself.
Yes.
And I don't know, sometimes we lose that, like
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay, you've got a couple bonus mantras for maybe when we're at the gym or we're doing it, we're already out on the walk, but we want to give up. So first, cardio.
Yeah, so the cardio one, I mean, that's a hard one. I struggle with that in,
we all do.
general. But I just try to remember, you're going to feel so much better when this is over. And most of the time, it's just a short amount of time. It's maybe 20 minutes, maybe 15, 25. It's just like, get through it, and you're going to feel so good when you're done.
So
that
good.
always works.
Lindsey, where can we find more from you? These are so good.
Trainer Lindsey on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the places.
I love the grace you're giving us too.
Oh, thank
I love
you.
that. Thanks
Good.
so much, Lindsey.